Panda. This is episode 10 of the Let's Play series, and I think in this episode I'm going to try to um, make my bedroom look a little bit better, and then I was going to work on the doghouse. Because I finally got some dogs when I was going across the world looking for some sand and whatnot, and I actually came across the biomes, but then I lost the dogs. So this time I'm going to make the doghouse, build it, like take down some land and whatnot, and get that ready. So and then like off camera I'm gonna go get some more dogs. But I think for the actual designing of my bedroom, it's not gonna be much. But I don't know how I want to do this. Okay. Do I have any more other blocks in here? I don't really know what I should do for designing as far as that goes. Plus my bedroom's kind of big. Probably just put some paintings up and then just do some simple stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. Just like put some paintings there. Put like that there with like some other stuff. Maybe like for a TV, for like crafting tables or something like that. I kind of came up with this on the spot, so I didn't really think it through. But I'm probably going to need a lot more stuff. Yeah, I'm going to, definitely. I think I'm going to put that off till next video. That was a little random. I thought I could get that done because I thought I had the stuff to do it, but I want to have like a jukebox and other stuff like that. I didn't even think about that. My bad, guys. Okay, so I kind of cleared out a little bit of trees, but I kind of started a little bit. But so basically, I'm just gonna kind of branch it off from being right here. So it's just gonna go like up these up into the woods a little bit. And then since I kind of liked the way that the woods looked, I decided to kind of keep it woody. So then once I finish the actual pathway and the building, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to, this shovel's too strong, I'm going to go back in and put some trees back because I kind of like the way that it like disguises my house. Oh, by the way, I forgot about that. I added all this stuff, the porches and the stairway I was talking about. I actually like it a lot. It looks pretty cool. And I did the glass and whatnot. I only got like maybe 3 or 4 stacks of sand while I was out because I found a desert temple, a desert town, a jungle temple, and some polar bears. And I forgot what else I found. I don't know what else. But I found a good portion of stuff. I mean, nothing too crazy, but, you know, enough to give out some good stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna try and get up a little further. Yeah, I switched to my hand for the flowers because this shovel just destroys it. Okay. Let's just break through that. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to think how I'm gonna do this. I'm just kind of going along with it at the moment. Okay, so I think right about here is where I'll start to actually. How does that look? Doesn't look bad. But once these trees, I'll probably push these trees back a little bit, get them to grow a little differently. And yeah, I'll do that. But I kind of like the way that the trees are disguising it. So I'll just kind of do that off camera, so I'm not sitting there designing trees. That's a little. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this layer of ground. This is the shovel I was talking about, guys. I managed to enchant the one from the last video, and I enchanted it with another one, and it made it efficiency 5. So, and I managed to get mending too. That's pretty good, I like that. But I don't really know what you can mine with a shovel that'll give you XP. Off the top of my head at the moment, I really cannot think of something like that. But I've got some dirt, so I'm going to actually fill this in real quick. What is that doing right there? I'm going to cut off its lifeline to the tree. At that, oh, regular noise. Almost done. Okay, there's a couple more blocks. Okay. Just for, so that nothing spawns under there. Yeah, but I mean, the doghouse isn't going to be too big, but I kind of wanted to design it in a nice way, so it's not just your basic little wooden shack. I kind of want it to look like, what's it called? Like an actual, like, nice little building. Like, it's not going to be huge, but it's not going to be, like, tiny. Like, it's not going to be small enough just to fit all of them at once. I might make a, like, kind of like a playroom in it, if that makes any sense. Let me break these down. Yeah, like a little place that they can, like, play, and the dogs are in there. And in a way, I wish that they added it so that you could let the dogs be up and roaming, so they can actually play around with, like, toys or whatever. I don't know. Because every time you get them up, they follow you, so they'll have to sit. But I wanted to color the tags and make them kind of like specific dogs, so that, like, I don't know, depending on where I go, if I go explore on an episode, I'll take one of the dogs with me. So I found it to be kind of cool. Alright, well, I'm trying to fix that a little bit. Just getting this ready a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know how I want to do it, honestly. I might kind of make it like an inn, I guess. It's like an L-shaped building, and I have like an awning on front. But I don't know how I want to do that. I'm probably gonna have to push more stuff back. But I'm gonna be putting more trees in anyways, so it's not that big a deal. Let's just bring this back. I might actually bring it back a lot. And since this building is going to be a lot bigger than I anticipated, I'll probably add something to the building so that, you know, like if you walk to the door next to the opening of this, it'll lead you to, I don't know, like a mine or like something, I don't know, or something useful. But I just wanted to make it so that it's not just for one building and take up all the space. Because on my Xbox, I made it connected to my farm, but since my farm is all the way across the courtyard, pretty much, I can't really do that. Come on, let me put you. There we go. This is just temporary because I know it's just going to expand a little more probably. Yeah, I'll probably put down the outlining of this because I honestly don't know how big I'm gonna make this. And like I'm doing right now, this is taking up most of the video of just clearing out land. And that's like what I said with my video software, is that, like editing stuff and recording, is that I usually do this stuff off camera so that you all don't see me sitting here breaking stuff the whole time, and you actually see the building part. So depending on how long it takes me to actually find what I want on this, I'll probably just put the outline and maybe start a little bit of building. Okay. I'll kind of make it look a little somewhat natural. But then again, I'll probably do a lot more changing the land once I actually build it, because I'll see what it looks like. Because I want to have like a backyard in the back and stuff where they can just go run around, stuff like that. Putting too much thought into this. Okay. I think that looks somewhat good to this for the start. Okay. Let's get. I don't know what wood I want to use. I usually start with cobblestone as the ground markers. So that'll be the front start. How far over is that? Right there? Okay. And then I'll go to like right there. No, that doesn't look bad. I'm gonna push it back one more block. Just because I just feel like it would look a little better. I'll push it this way. And I don't want it to be super close to the front of the building, or to the side of my building. And I don't want it to be like right as you walk up the stairs. Like, I don't want to just walk up the stairs and just like, boom, front door. Like you're right at it as soon as you get up on top of the second thing. Not second, like third or whatever. So I think that's the way it's going to look for the most part. This will probably get pushed back a little bit, but the tree farm is right there, so it'll probably stop like probably stop like a few blocks before we get to the tree farm, and then I'll just cut it off because I think that that's just those 3 random birch trees that I set up, so it's just kind of there. Let me try and get this. Like I said, I'll just terraform some of this later. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Sorry if this is a little boring. Like I said, that's why I do that off camera. But hopefully this doesn't have to go back too far. I didn't realize how crowded this was with the ground and all these trees. The trees aren't much of a problem. I just want to get this all out. Okay. There we go. Now I need to go back this way a little bit. I actually didn't even really go back that far in there. Dang it. Guess I'll break this tree too. And I will just push this back. Probably like there. Yeah, once the building is built, I'll see how much room I need for like a backyard. And then, so that's going to take like probably 20 or 30 blocks. That's going to be filled out. And then on top of that, I actually want, because I'm going to put a fence around the perimeter of the backyard. So then on top of the backyard, I'm going to have to clear out like 10 or 15 blocks back to make this look somewhat natural, like this, and not like this. So I'm going to kind of rip all of this up. Taking a lot longer than I thought, but I mean, if I wasn't using this pick, not pickaxe, shovel, it would be taking a lot longer. So I'm not gonna complain. Sorry if it's a little laggy too. It's a little laggy for a second for me too, because I was just breaking through the blocks so fast. Straight back over this side. Whoa, just getting a lot more cleared out than I thought I would. Oh, shit. Okay. Whoa, this is a lot. Oh, that is an underwater little cavern thing. Oh. That should be enough room now. I hope. The back of it, like one of the sides of the building is obviously going to be up against this wall, so I can't do too much because of that tree farm. But I think this corner and that is all where it's going to actually end up being like the backyard. Now I need to fill this in a little bit, and then I'll put the other corners of the building in. And I'm also doing it so that I can put my cats in here eventually. That's why I'm making it a little bit bigger, because I don't want it to be all crowded inside, because that's just annoying. I don't like having a bunch of animals in a tight little room, because then it's just too much. Okay, so that's not too bad. Alright, so let's get a little bit of light in here. Put that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that'll probably come to about here. Is that even on the right spot? No, it's not. I might make it a little more circular or something, like have more shape to it instead of just a big L. But for now, it's just going to be like this because it's just the outlines. Bring that to about here. Alright. And that there. Alright. Done a lot of tearing down of grass. It's a little annoying, but it's all good. Okay. Alright. So that should make a nice little room for each, I hope. I guess this side could be like pins maybe. And then this side I could actually push back another like 10-15 blocks and actually make the playroom. Yeah, I could make these little corners like this be the pins. Just for whatever reason, if I need to contain them. And then this back piece can be the playroom. So then they both meet together, like both the rooms meet by the playroom, so that makes it more ideal. I don't know where I'd be without this shovel. This is almost like playing on creative, honestly. Actually, I think this goes by faster than creative. Yeah, it does, definitely. Yeah, because I remember reading an article about how Efficiency 5 is faster than creative, I think. Or just by a little bit. Either that or it's just a little short of being faster than creative. Or the same speed, I don't know which one it was. Yeah, again, sorry if it's a little laggy, because it's lagging on mine a little bit. That's why I'm fast on mining. Or digging. Ooh, a little laggy there. I also raised my chunks, my visibility chunks, because when I was looking for the sand biome, I got to the point where I was at just a big ocean, and I was like, okay, well I can't really see past because I'm only at 16 chunks that I can see out. So I raised it to 20, and it's just a little bit laggy, but I don't really know why, because my computer is, it can definitely handle that, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a little laggy. Sorry about that again. Just gonna try and get some of this done. Well, basically, just so that you all aren't sitting there watching mine until the end of the video, pretty much it's just this is gonna come out to probably about here, like right there or something like that. It's gonna be pretty big, and then this side is gonna come out and end like over here. So like that corner will probably end here, and then this over there. Alright, well I'll see you all in the next video later, guys.